Hey everybody, it's me, Super Paul Games, and welcome back to Rogue State, a game I'm having a hell of a lot of fun with. Last time I mistakenly thought that the game ended on turn 51. I don't know why I thought that, I think I read that somewhere. At the time of my recording this, there are no walkthroughs, not that I would use a walkthrough, but I wanted to look up when it ended, and I couldn't find it anywhere, because the game's come out less than a week ago, from when I'm recording it. But I did look back at the footage, and what I'm pretty sure is the case, and maybe you figured it out well before I did, is I think each turn is 1 month. And so, our leader here, Rendes, the Basenji temporary leader, is supposed to be in charge for 5 years. That's supposed to be 5 years for the parliament to write a new constitution to embrace our new free democratic ways. So I believe the ending turn obviously wasn't 50, but it is most likely 60. Meaning we've got about 9 turns to go if we're successful, if something bad doesn't happen, if we don't get assassinated, if there aren't more terrorist attacks, if there's not another plague. And we have some major problems right now. One of them is riots. Fundamentalists are rioting in the streets. I wish we had a newspaper we could bring up to look at the population. Can I just hit the newspaper thing? What? Alright, that was unexpected. That's awesome. It must be a little game glitch. I know in the first week since the developers came out with this game, they have been really good about putting out lots of patches and listening to feedback. Popular minister murdered. Police without clues, looking for witnesses. If we look at our population right now, you can see that fundamentalists are like 17% of the population, and they are rioting right now. And we have tried to keep them happy. When they wanted to drive around in their ATVs, blasting goats with cool-ass hand grenades, we let them. We've tried to make sure they've had religious freedoms, and they've not been oppressed by the majority, but they don't get a right to tell everybody else how to live. They don't get to tell everybody what kind of haircut they can have, or who they can marry. Patriots like us, capitalists love us, the liberals like us a fair amount. Yeah, if we look down here, you can see we're doing pretty good with Parliament still. We're at 100%. We're gaining a little bit each time. Money's a little bit of a problem, but we're, If you look up here, you can see our minister wants us to raise exports. That's not going to happen. Crime is very high because of the rioting in the streets because of fundamentalists. Somebody owes us some favors, apparently. If you look over at Parliament. So, one of them owes us a favor. Who is it? Oh, we must have called that in last time. Was that the capitalist thing? And you see right here, we are losing 5 support each turn because of a fundamentalist revolution. But when you add these up, 2, 4, 5, we are counterbalancing that with a capitalist minister who loves us, and great support amongst the people, great support with the capitalists, great support with the patriots. What are you, sir? You are a liberal? And you, ma'am? You are a patriot. So if we can get them guys to like us even more, we'll be okay with Parliament. Parliament loves us, despite the fact that there's a constant rioting going on. So I think it's time to teach the fundamentalists a lesson. Like, you guys are at 1% approval. I have went out of my way to be nice to you, but I'm not going to do the old ways. We're not going to live in a theocracy. We didn't throw off the king to, replace one despotic regime with another. So that's not what I needed to look at. Let's call Farouk in. Let's see what he has to do before or recommends before we adjust our policies. Tariq, you mother bumper! I hear you.
Excellency, how may I be of service?
Yeah, tell me how the people are doing.
Any news from the polling agencies? How is the mood of our people?
Excellency, the people are afraid to leave their homes for fear of being mugged or worse. Seek out policies that will reduce our crime.
I've tried, and I hope you get mugged on your way home. Thanks.
Thanks. That's all for now.
Yeah, you go stand in the corner, Tariq. It's where you belong. You're in timeout. You're the reason there's rioting, Tariq. You're the reason. Fundamentalists hate you. They wouldn't hate me. They can get wrecked, though. So if we look at our current policy, capitalists are indifferent to it. It reduces patriots and liberals by different percentages. -2% for the liberals, -1% for the patriots, and fundamentalists, -2%. Fundamentalists, we're just going to say, you know what? They're the extremists, like the, Quarifi region. Sometimes I have problems with some of the words. Because we need to keep popular support high, because we've got to remember our brother Farouk, he still wants power. Yeah, he hasn't made a move yet, but he still wants power, and at any moment, if he sees weakness in us, he might make a move for revolution. So at this point, we're not going to try and please the fundamentalists anymore. Government-run casinos, you know what? Let's make the capitalists happy. And have legalized gambling. Gambling, or games of chance are permitted anywhere. Basenji becomes a tourist destination for the world's gamblers. Capitalists love that. That'll keep them high, even though they're at 100% already. What about booze? Who doesn't like booze? Right now we have alcohol tolerance. Fuck that. We're going to change that to alcoholic nation. Liberals love to booze it up, apparently. Alcohol can be bought and sold and consumed by anyone at any time. Do we dare raise the minimum wage? Oh, man. You know what? We're going to raise the minimum wage. It's going to make capitalists less happy, but it's going to make liberals happier. And with like 9 turns left to go and the capitalists loving us, it's all right. We balanced that some, but with gambling. Because we want the liberals to start liking us more and more. And then patriots, what can we do to make you happier? Yeah, we definitely don't want to increase spending. What about religious holidays? Will that work? No. No, we definitely don't want to close them. What about that? Oh, maybe we'll do that. Prayer week, not practice. Commercial and public buildings stay open. This option will upset your fundamentalists and devote quirky population. That's right, fundamentalists. Now how do you feel? How do you feel? I backed you to the hilt. But you know what? The rest of the people in this country, they're sick of your crap. You didn't get your way, you started throwing riots? No. Before, buildings had to be closed, basically it was voluntary prayer week, where basically if you wanted off to go pray to the old ways, your work had to let you off. Now it's like, nope, businesses stay open. Go to work or don't. If you don't want to make money, don't. Sorry, fundamentalists. I wouldn't normally do that, but we've got to keep this country together long enough for the damn Constitution to get done. What are you looking at, Tariq? We're gonna go visit the, General Haddad. We need to know how the military is doing.
Excellency, the generals of your armed forces stand ready to execute your orders.
If you don't do what I say, I'll execute you. Ha! It's a joke. Haddad. Kinda. Not really. Look at the earth spin. It's mesmerizing.
How is morale within our armed forces?
If you don't mind me saying, the troops love you. They will follow your orders faithfully.
Why would I hate that? That's awesome news. That's what I want.
Thanks. That's all for now.
I want them to love me. Tariq, do you love me? He's gonna be like, yes, sir. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. So the biggest problem we know of, other ones between the rise, is our brother Farouk right here. Farouk Horrendous. Sooner or later, he's still probably gonna make his move. A famous Basenji actress should be starring in an American movie that mocks Basenji and his traditional values. Say I could revoke her citizenship and let the Americans have her. I could ignore this or award her the Medal of Expression, promoting our country to the world. I'm going to ignore it. The reason is, I think if I give her a Medal of Expression, yeah, it's going to make the fundamentalists mad, which I don't care about. But I think the patriots will resent it too. Because she's making fun of Basenji, so I'm going to ignore it. Mass rioting in the streets still. Fucking fundamentalists. What the hell, they like me more? Oh, I guess it's because it can't go down anymore. Liberals are liking me more, though. Capitalists have stayed the same. Patriots have gone down a tiny bit. Alright, that's good. Tariq. You think he sits by...
Excellency, how may I be of service?
I think Tariq sits in his office by the buzzer all day and he's like, I hope the glorious leader calls me in today. What's Parliament think of me? Not us, me!
Do I still have the confidence of our Parliament?
Our generals are concerned that we are vulnerable to attack. You should consider purchasing more military units to ensure the safety of our country.
With what, Tariq? With what? We have 61 million. That's our emergency fund. Where do you think I'm going to get this money? And upkeep would cost most of that. How to give you a gun? You're our new infantry unit. You can leave now. No, go stand in the corner.
That's all for now.
We better go look at the big board, just in case. Thanks, Tariq. Don't touch my stuff. I know you're going to. Don't rub your balls on it. I already did. I'm gonna smell your hands later to make sure they don't smell my balls. I don't want them touching my stuff. Hey, sexy... Oh, that's a dude now. There was a lady. All our infantry units are inside because the Quarifi here are busy rioting. It's not a quiet riot either. Girls, get your boys. Good job, Adad. Someone should buy you a chair. Unfortunately, we don't have nuclear weapons, or that's how we would launch them. Tariq, do you have a boyfriend? He's gonna start talking to me like, I don't care, Tariq. Talk to the dog sign. Then when Tariq tries, he's like, no, you're not good enough to. Well, let's check out the newspaper. For some reason, it was glitched out for a few turns. I thought, that's probably because I thought we were near the end too, as I was like, oh, maybe that's end game mechanic. Ilya's Zeni Abbey movie offends. Oh, hey, hot actress lady. Fuck off, Beardo, this is mad. Cultural Minister is not available for comment. Yeah. Fundamentalists have not grown, that's good. Alright, here goes nothing, Tariq. Tariq, were you staring at my butt again? I know it's fine. An American Predator drone has attacked a fundamentalist church in Zarbil. The drone does not appear to have ever passed over Basenji airspace. We received no warning of the attack and have no knowledge of that their target had any strategic value. We could give military aid to our neighbors. Because we have units that aren't on the border, that's an option to us. So, man, do we do that? Fuck it, we're going to. America fucked us in the big picture, so we're going to give military aid to Zarbil. And our military loves us more for that, because we're making a stand in the region. Excellent. Definitely want to curry their favor. More fundamentalists rioting in the streets. That's old news. But Belistan, they're not liking us anymore as much.
Thank you for taking my call.
Look, sweet lady, can't we just be friends? Oh man, I'm not talking about the old ways with her. I know she's not a big fan of the UN. Goodbye.
Apologies, but I must go. Let us speak again later.
Goodbye.
I hope that went well. Let's call the American ambassador.
Good day, Ambassador. Would you be free to meet sometime in the next few weeks?
It's always a pleasure, Your Excellency. I would be happy to meet with you when an opportunity opens in our busy schedules.
Because they're not going to be happy with the fact that we kind of got in the way of what they were trying to do in our neighboring region, so I think it's a wise thing to talk to them. Ooh, our overall popularity has gone up to 70%. Doing solid with the Patriots, 100% with the capitalists, liberal support going up. That is awesome. Fundamentalists, no hope in hell of getting that back. Many players in the Basenji national football team took to the field at the World Cup qualifying match wearing jerseys modified to say free Basenji's political prisoners. They are reported to be arguing for the release of thousands of monarchists in prison after the revolution. This act of protest is becoming a popular topic of discussion across the country. I don't know what to do, because at the very beginning of the game, and that's really cool that this could come up later on, at the very beginning of the game, we had two choices. We could lock up all the old kingsmen, all the people that oppressed us, or we could let them free, and I put them in jail because I did not want them trying to start a revolution to bring the king back. Well, the king's dead in the ocean, but, you know, some other form of monarchy. I don't want to remove the athletes from the team. I don't want to let the political prisoners go, because I'm afraid that's going to cause us too much support from the Patriots, so I'm just going to ignore it. Let them talk about freedom all they want. We can free the political prisoners when the Constitution is done. So I'm just going to ignore it. Denial is a viable strategy. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Why, hello, chubster. I'm talking to the one in my pants. He's like, oh, really? No. You disgust me, Ambassador. Oh.
Thank you for seeing me, Ambassador.
It is my pleasure.
So how are you doing? How's America? Please don't invade us.
Tell me, how are you enjoying our country?
I have always been passionate about Basenji and its people. I am very happy to be posted there.
Well, for me, it is always a delight seeing you, Ambassador. The highlight of my day, even.
You are too kind. Thank you, Your Excellency.
That right there was the whole reason we brought him here. We're just kind of kissing a little bit of ass because we did get in the way of what they wanted to do in the region. They wanted to support someone in Zarbal, probably trying to overthrow the Zarbal government, and we helped the Zarbal government by giving them troops.
I believe that is all I have to say for the moment.
Very well. Thank you for
No
your
problem.
hospitality.
I hope we can chat again
Get the
soon.
fuck out. Nice to meet you again. Let's go take a look at the world map. Peace in the Middle East, though Zarbal and Babelistan are kind of mad at each other. Basenji citizens are increasingly identifying as nationalists. That's alright. Minister Assad asked that you complete the Great Firewall within the next 18 turns. That's not going to happen. That's just a giant firewall so we can kind of like China, more or less, where they try and control the internet as much as you can. We're not doing that. Crime rate is high. Of course it is. Tariq, I need you.
Excellency, how may I be of service?
Well, Tariq, see, America didn't like us because we stopped their evil plans to try and overthrow our neighbor, and then I invited them here, and I was pretty badass, and I needed somebody to give me attention for that. How's our international reputation now?
How is our international reputation?
Relations with some of our neighbors are poor. You should reach out to them and try to find common
I wish I could slap him at that moment and be like, fight and common ground with this, Tariq! In your face! Fuck yourself.
Thanks. That's all for now.
We're getting a little bit of a nest egg saved up, too. Man, look at that. The fundamentalists, absolutely. He does. Let's look at the policies board. Man, I love this game. This game is a hell of a lot of fun. Capitalists, loving us. Patriots, loving us. Liberals, loving us. Liberals are actually probably going to go a little more above the Patriots. Why not? It's a great place to be. You can gamble. You can drink all you want. Alcohol can be bought and sold and consumed by anyone at any time. So remember, if you're a little kid and you're on your way to kindergarten, first grade, you walk into school, stop by the local 7-Eleven. Buy yourself a 40. It'll make school pass by that much easier. The Ministry of Justice reports that the illicit opium exports from Basenji fundamentalists have risen threefold through our lands. Oh, man. What do we do here? We can increase border controls, raid the rural communities, arrest the growers, or ensure that our own narcotic smugglers are not undercut by these entrepreneurs. Like, I don't care that we have opium dealers in our country. My concern is about making America so unhappy they do something. Prior to this, I would have just made sure our narcotic smugglers could do what they want, because I didn't want to piss off the fundamentalists. Now I don't care. So we're going to raid the rural communities and arrest the growers. Yeah, America loves that. Fundamentalists hate it, but they can go fuck themselves. After a year of planning and campaigning, today's Qorifis will come together to vote on their future within the People's Republic of Basenji. People on both sides watch anxiously as the yes and no sides compete for the lead in what is anticipated to be a close race. Activists were out in force across the country during the final weekend before the ballot that might trigger the breakup of our beloved country. Opinion polls show the contradictory findings. Both the yes and no campaigns said they were poised to win, introducing further uncertainty to our financial markets. Quirky separatist and president of the Quirky Commission, Hassan El-Barad, was quoted in the morning papers with, "Independence will be hard. It will have costs. It will also mean a state that adheres to our branch of the old ways. It will have benefits. It will make us free." So let's see. I can wait for the final tally, or I can spend $100 million to try and interfere with the referendum results. I don't know if this is going to make a difference, but fuck it. We're going to spend $100 million and try and make sure Quirky stays a part of us. We don't have enough money, so I guess we're going to wait for the final results. I guess we will save that for the next episode. As much as I hate to leave it on a cliffhanger, next time we'll Quirky, the small, semi-different part of our country, because they're more fundamentalist. Are they going to leave, or are they going to stay? Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next episode, which will probably be the final episode.